If you're looking at electric SUVs for a family, chances are the Kia EV9 is already on your shortlist. It's big, fully electric, and priced to compete with gas SUVs. But is it actually practical for real family life? We're going to break down the real pros and cons for families just like yours. Let's get into it. The 2025 Kia EV9 is a three-row fully electric SUV designed for families who need space but want to move away from gasoline. It can seat up to 7 people, comes with multiple battery and range options, and is aimed squarely at people who might otherwise be considering popular gas SUVs like the Kia Telluride, Toyota Highlander, or Honda Pilot, just in a fully electric package. It promises to be the do-it-all family vehicle of the future, but does it deliver on that promise today? Let's start with the pros. And the biggest win for the EV9 is its incredible space and comfort. There is real, usable room in all 3 rows. Not just some kid-sized penalty box in the very back. The legroom and headroom are genuinely impressive, making this a comfortable ride for everyone, even on longer road trips. The interior itself is also a major highlight. It's clean, modern, and just packed with family-friendly features. There's tons of storage, plenty of Q folders, and USB ports scattered throughout every row. It really feels like it was designed for the chaos of actual family use, not just to look good in a showroom. And of course, there's the electric driving experience. Like most modern EVs, the EV9 is incredibly quiet, smooth, and just plain easy to drive. Navigating city streets and school drop-off lines feels completely effortless, which is exactly what you want when you're hauling precious cargo. When it comes to road trips, the EV9's fast charging capability makes them a realistic option. As long as you plan your charging stops ahead of time, Kia also gives you choices with different battery configurations, so you can decide whether you want to prioritize maximum range or a lower price point, which is a really smart move. Now, let's talk about the cons, because no car is perfect. First off, while the size is a pro for interior space, it can definitely be a downside in other situations. The EV9 is a large vehicle. Trying to park it in tight city spaces or navigate older, cramped parking garages can be a genuine challenge, especially if you're upgrading from a smaller car or a minivan. You'll be thankful for those parking sensors. Next up is the price, which can add up very quickly. The base model pricing looks pretty reasonable for a 3-row EV, but as you start adding the features you really want and moving up the trim levels, the cost climbs fast. It's still competitive with other large EVs, but don't mistake this for a budget-friendly option. Another con is the reality of charging for families. If you don't have a reliable way to charge at home, owning a large EV like this can become a major inconvenience. Public charging infrastructure is getting better all the time, but it still requires a level of planning that you just don't think about with a gas car, and that planning gets more complicated when you have impatient kids in the back. And finally, if you live in a colder climate, you need to be aware of winter range loss. All EVs lose some range when it gets cold, and the EV9 is no exception. It's a manageable issue, but it's a real one that families should absolutely factor into their decision. So, who is this car actually for? The EV9 makes the most sense for families who prioritize space, comfort, and modern technology. And this is the big one who either have home charging sorted or are comfortable with the planning required for public charging. It's a fantastic and compelling alternative to traditional gas-powered SUVs, especially if most of your daily driving happens around town with the occasional long-distance trip. So, who should maybe think twice? Well, if you frequently need to tow heavy loads, or if you live in an area with very limited charging infrastructure, a hybrid or even a gas SUV might still be the more practical, less stressful choice for now. Also, if you need the absolute maximum possible range, especially in harsh winter conditions, you'll want to carefully compare the real-world numbers before making a decision. In the end, the 2025 Kia EV9 isn't a perfect car, but it is without a doubt one of the most practical and well-thought-out electric family SUVs available on the market right now. If your family is ready to make the jump to an all-electric lifestyle, the EV9 is absolutely worth a serious look and a test drive. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe for more honest car reviews.